Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Retta's World. We're gonna get into it today about this seafood salad that I made. Yes, seafood salad. So you see the noodles, you see the eggs. I boiled the eggs, and then after I boiled the eggs, I boiled some shrimp. In the shrimp, I put in some Old Bay in there to season them up to give them a little bit of flavor, so that way they'll be very flavorful. Yeah, so that's basically what I did with that. I added the shrimp. And yes, you see the Old Bay that we're going to be using as one of our seasonings. You see the crushed red peppers we're going to use. We're also going to use some lemon pepper seasoning there. And lemon pepper, that's one of my favorite seasonings. And then you got the Cajun seasons, that's one of my favorites too. And then you got the black pepper, that's what we're going to use as well. And so those are all the seasonings there that we will be using for the salad. We got some imitation crab meat that we'll be putting in there as well. And then we're going to have some tuna. It's going to be a couple cans of tuna. I probably do 3 cans of tuna, so you might see only 2 there, but I believe I actually end up putting 3 cans of tuna inside of there. So we got our crab meat, we got our tuna, we got our noodles, and then so I just poured the noodle juice right over, I'm sorry, the shrimp juice right over the noodles, to let that kind of season the noodles a little bit. Poured it in there, let it sit in the sink, let that steam off, and let the water drain off of that. And then from there, I added in a can of tuna and let that sit in there too, so that way the juice from the tuna can drain off, so we don't have all those juices in there. Yeah, and I did 2 cans right there, but I believe later on I end up adding in another can. So we got our eggs right there, and then I'm gonna sit there and crush them up. I crush my eggs up using a fork. How do y'all crush y'all eggs up? Drop it in the comments below and let me know, because I don't know. I just prefer to do it that way, the old fashioned way. Crush it up with a fork. And then I pour them in there with the rest of the stuff right there, as you can see. And then after that, we're going to get some sweet pickle radish. Yes, you got to put that pickle radish in there. So I put the pickle radish in the strainer as well, so to drain the juice off. That way it's not so juicy or anything on there. And then from there, I end up chopping up the imitation crab meat. That's 1 pack right there. But of course, yes, I did cut up 2 packs of the crab meat. And y'all, I sat there and cut it up by hand. I know some people have a food processor and all that stuff that they chop theirs with. I prefer to cut mine by hand. I don't know why. I just do. It's not like I can't get a food processor to chop it up, but I just like to cut it up the old fashioned way. You know, put a little elbow grease in there and get it done. So I put the rest of the imitation crab meat inside the mix as well. And so I put all that in there, scraped it off of the actual cutting board so I can get all that in there. So we don't lose none of that crab meat, you know, because I know crab meat is expensive nowadays, but they be having on sale every now and then, so you got to catch it when it's on sale. But anyway, you can see that it's looking good. It's coming out. I poured the pickle radish in there. Then after that, I took some bell pepper. I cut that up as well. Yes, y'all, I don't use a food processor. I don't know why. I just don't. I always cut up everything by hand because I like to. I'm just old fashioned that way. And why? Because that's how my granny taught me. And so, of course, I poured the bell pepper in there also. So the bell pepper is getting poured in there as well. And now you see the whole mix. So everything is in there. I kind of mixed that all around. So we're going to put in some mustard. We're going to put in some mayo. We're going to put in the secret sauce, the ranch, and put all that up in there. And then once that's all in there, then we're going to put in our seasonings. You got the cayenne pepper, and that's coming along in there. Then I put in some lemon pepper. So we put the lemon pepper in there to give it a little tang and to give it a good flavor. After we put the lemon pepper in there, then we just add some regular pepper. Yes, I know we use lemon pepper, it has pepper in it, but you add regular pepper in there too to give it more pepper, okay? And then you put an Old Bay in there, and then you just season it however much of seasoning you want to put in there, you know, until your ancestors tell you to stop, you know, because if your salad don't look kind of red or orange looking look, it ain't gonna be flavorful and it's not gonna be seasoned right, y'all. So then I kind of just mixed it all up in there. And then, of course, we're mixing up. Then I put it in a pan. And then, of course, you got to also have some eggs that you put on the top of it so you decorate the pan, y'all. And so that's basically what I did. And that salad was so delicious. And you always got to put you some on the side, right? After you make the whole pan. So that way you can have some on the side. And then you sprinkle some of that paprika right on the top of that, y'all. And put it on top of them eggs to give it a little more kick to it when they get ready to taste it. Ooh, it's so good. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Bye.